It's time now for Mental Health Matters with your host, Lisa Rymer. Mental Health Matters is graciously underwritten by New Vision Eye Center, world-class eye care on the Treasure Coast. New Horizons thanks Dr. Paul Minotti, Dr. Stephen Tate, Dr. Robert Reinauer, and Dr. David O'Brien. Now, here's Lisa Rymer.
Mental health matters, yes. Emotional well-being is vitally important, but it's more than just that. Mental health issues can influence a person's physical health. It can impact their behavior and even dictate the course of an entire life. Hi, my name is Lisa Rymer, and I'm the host of Mental Health Matters and a communications officer for New Horizons of the Treasure Coast in Okeechobee. We're the most comprehensive mental health and addiction recovery agency in this region. We serve 14,000 children and adults annually, regardless of their ability to pay. In fact, 57% of our clients have no source of income or insurance, yet no one is turned away due to lack of financial resources. We have 9 offices across the Treasure Coast and in Okeechobee. We have 2 outpatient offices right here in Indian River County, as well as an office at the mental health court. We deal with the mental health court here, and we have an office in the jail. We also have our main campus in Fort Pierce, where we house 100 inpatients. That's children who are in crisis, adults who are in crisis, a detox unit, and a 28-day substance abuse unit. So if you'd like to learn more about the services at New Horizons, please check us out online at www.nhtcinc.org. That's New Horizons Treasure Coast Inc.org. You can put it in either way. So today's mental health matter is, well, suicide support and our fashion show and some wonderful alternative approaches to healing. And to talk about that is Christine Hughes, who's been on before.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Who is a realtor at Dale Sorensen Real Estate.
Thank you.
And a remarkable human being.
Thank you. That's a great introduction. I really appreciate that. I'm so happy to be here and be part of this. And first, I want to thank you for asking me to come on the show again. And also thank you for including me in your fashion show.
Well, you are model material.
I'm looking forward to that very much. I attended it last year as a person in the audience, and I thought it was just amazing. I thought it was so vibrant, so telling. The people that spoke in the beginning, just the perfect amount of talk and background and fun, just a great mixture, and really for an amazing cause, like you just said. And all those stats and offices you just rattled off so eloquently. I mean, wow, that just touches my heart. People, with no way to pay, and the amount of people that you help, and 100 people. And I mean, that's just incredible. It really makes my heart really, really glad. So I know today we're here to talk about 2 things, and they're all positive, about the fashion show, which is an event to raise money.
On May 20th,
May
6 to 9:30 p.m. at Grand Harbor.
Okay, great.
And people can get tickets. They're only $75, and it includes a champagne reception, amazing silent auction. And then we have 4 local designers this year and 25 models. So it's going to be like a fashion extravaganza.
That's so great. That is so good. I'm so looking forward to it. I really am. If you haven't got your ticket yet, please go online. You can get one there. And $75 is a bargain for this event. I got to be honest, that's a great price point where people can afford to go and feel like they're contributing and having a nice night out, and really just the awareness that we're trying to bring and to help people. So I think it's great, and I'm really happy to be part of it.
Oh, we're just delighted. And you've been getting your fittings with Sabre Mochaccino.
Yes, I have. I've been meeting with this great designer that is a colleague, friend of yours, and was there last year, and I got the pleasure of meeting him briefly last year at the end, and he's just an absolute delight. He's making me a dress. That's going to be fantastic, and he's so sweet. He's actually asked you for your input and the colors that you like, so hopefully, we can only put our best foot forward. We'll do our very best to do that, but we're looking forward to that evening a lot.
And you're special. I mean, I think that each of the models, none of us have gotten out of this life without being touched by mental illness or addiction, whether it's ourselves personally or family members or loved ones. And you have a very compelling story. I mean, this is really from your heart that you're involved in this fashion show.
It really is from my heart. For those of you that don't know, I lost my husband. It'll be just past 5 years. I know it sounds like a long time to some people, but honestly, it doesn't feel like a long time. A lot of the time feels like a short time. And I can't honestly believe it is 5 years. So again, that makes me a little more humble to understand how other people feel that perhaps their amount of time is longer than mine. And then I used to wonder, well, why are they still thinking about it or talking about it? But I've learned enough now through, which sort of segues me into another thing that we're going to discuss, having this group, this event that I have called True Talk, which my next one will be April 9th. At 6 o'clock, 6 to 7:30 at Joey's Seafood on US 1. And I have guest speakers. And I'm delighted to say that one of my speakers is Nick Coppola at this next one. He's the CEO of Indian River, Mental Health Association of Indian River. So he's a survivor of the loss of his son, which is a hugely, obviously traumatic event. So he's put his heart and soul into helping others, as you know, I'm trying as well, but he's certainly really dug his feet in deep, and I'm really looking forward to having him as a guest. So again, anyone is welcome. It doesn't have to be, just suicide. I mean, obviously that's my personal thing, but anybody that suffered, a traumatic death, I think it's helpful to you to come and listen and share and be there. So that's Tuesday, April 9th, 6 o'clock, Joey's Seafood on US 1.
I went to the last one, and I was so touched.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I mean, it was very, very well organized. You really are a terrific facilitator, and you're emerging as a leader in this area.
I saw
the people that were coming there, they really needed this, and you saw a need in the community and identified it and met it. So. And it's also some socializing.
It is.
And people get up even after the speaker, and they get to stand at the microphone and say whatever they need to say.
Exactly. And that was my whole point. Like when I created it, I wanted a forum where people could go, they would feel comfortable, number one, or safe, number one as well. Comfortable, safe, that it was, confidential space. It was a no judgment zone. They could speak their heart, without judgment or anyone else having an agenda, just free and openly, and to leave in an uplifted way. And I feel I've succeeded at that. People are leaving happier. And sometimes it's hard for others from the outside to understand, well, why are they all sitting around talking about death and so on? That's got to be a Debbie Downer. But to be honest, I've learned this as well through my little studies lately. It's actually not a downer. It's a positive for people that have experienced some kind of traumatic death, to share it with others, express their feelings, and to hear talk back and bounce it off each other and tell stories, and then feel the compassion for one another and the empathy. It really helps uplift you. You actually feel better. So for those of you that maybe have, not maybe approached your friend or family member that has suffered something, please talk to them, approach them, be open about it, because it's often worse if you don't, because then they really feel that, and then everybody just feels bad. You feel bad, they feel bad, everybody wonders why nobody's talking to them. So that's why I've created this get-together, which I really look forward to. And like Lisa said, I actually bought a mic from Amazon Prime, and I used it because it's hard to hear sometimes when you're in a little group in a restaurant. And I want to mention, if you want to buy appetizers or snacks and have a glass of wine, you're more than welcome to as well. I want everybody to be relaxed. I certainly don't want you to be hungry. I'm Italian, so you need food. You need a glass of wine, it's fine. If you want water, that's good too. Jesus believes in that. So we're all good with everything. But then what I do when I'm finished and my guest speaker is finished, if anyone has any questions, they can take that opportunity to talk to Nick in this case, or I'm hoping as well that I may be lucky enough to have Angela King come and speak a little bit as well. And for those of you that do not know her, she's been a friend of mine and helped treat me as well after my husband passed away. She does neurological treatment. She does acupuncture. She'll test your blood work. She'll just all around help you. I feel like she's one of the major gurus in town. She's got so many credentials, I can't even rattle them off, but she's just an all-around amazing good person, and she helps so many. So if I am lucky enough to get her for a few minutes as well to talk to everyone and see how acupuncture can help you, She's got 2 offices now, so if you can't get into her main office, you can go to her smaller walk-in clinic. And I will tell you, I have done acupuncture, all sorts of different areas and so on, and it really does help, and it doesn't hurt for those of you that are thinking about it, and it's not that expensive to do the acupuncture.
So we're going to talk more,
Sure.
because you had before the show started, you had said some about the NET.
Sure, of
so we're
course.
going to talk more
Sure.
about that
Sure.
after the break. But
Sure.
what I really wanted to say was that you said that this is for people not to be scared that this is a downer
Exactly.
and talking about death, but there was more talk about life.
Exactly. I'm
It's
so
about-
happy that you said that.
It's a support group
about
talking
life.
about how
Yep.
to go forward.
Exactly.
Living.
I'm so glad you said that and pointed that out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was thinking that I thought that was what I had expected, that it was going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go to this downer. But it wasn't. It was very uplifting, and people all shared what they were what they did to get
To
from
go
one
forward.
step to the next step to the next step.
That's
and
great.
then moving forward.
You're so right about that. Thank you for pointing that out. You are right. And that's one of the things we try to do. We try to say, if that was your old tradition, you have to make a new tradition and do this. And I've done this, or Susie's done that. And you're right. That really helps, because people have to think about, that's what you have to think about. Otherwise, you're stuck.
So we're going to take a short
Okay,
break,
great.
and when we come back, we're going to hear your story.
Okay, sure.
And then how Angela helped you. Okay,
Absolutely.
So stay
Thank
tuned
you.
for more.
Thank you.
Are you opening a used car lot, pawn shop, a restaurant that will serve beer and wine? In the state of Florida, these and many other industries require a Level 2 live scan background check for clearance to work in your industry. A1A Fingerprints is your certified live scan source from Broward to Brevard. And if you're a medical provider, you need to be registered on the ACA web portal. A1A Fingerprints will help you navigate and comply with the law. Call 772-494-6556 or visit a1afingerprints.com. A1A Fingerprints.
Your mental health influences how you think, feel, and behave on a daily basis. Your mental health also affects your ability to deal with stress, overcome challenges, build relationships, and recover from life's setbacks and challenges. Whether you're facing a hardship, experiencing some kind of emotional turmoil, or simply looking to feel more positive and energetic, here are some ways to take control of your mental health today. Connect face-to-face with supportive people. Get moving with exercise in fun ways. Explore different techniques for managing stress. Fill your diet with omega-3 fats. Get 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, and invest in activities that give your life meaning and purpose. New Horizons can support you on your mental health journey, as well as recovery from substance abuse. Learn how by calling 772-468-5600 or visit newhorizonstreasurecoastinc.org.
If you have been considering cataract surgery, it's time to explore dropless cataract surgery at New Vision Eye Center. With this procedure, there is no need to use eye drops in the days and weeks following your surgery. For many patients, this option is liberating. Consult with Doctors Paul Minotti and Stephen Tate. You will always benefit from the latest technology at New Vision Eye Center. Call New Vision Eye Center for a consultation or second opinion. Your eyesight deserves world-class eye care. Visit newvisioneyecenter.com or call 772-257-8700.
This year, let the professionals at Premier Landscape Solutions enhance your property's curb appeal. Our expert design team can help turn your tired landscaping into the perfect backyard and create a customized care plan that will keep your property looking great year-round. 772-925-0030. Visit our website at VeroBeachLandscaping.com. From bare bones to beautiful, let us transform your space today.
We don't make excuses, we make results. Premier Landscape Solutions.
Welcome back to Mental Health Matters. I'm Lisa Rymer, and if you're just joining us, we're in the studio today with Christine Hughes, a realtor for Dale Sorensen Real Estate and a model in our upcoming fashion show on May 20th at Grand Harbor. And if you missed the first half, you can check us out on Facebook at New Horizons Mental Health. So, Christine, you are such an upbeat person, and you really shine a bright light wherever you go.
Thank you.
But things have been tough. Life has handed you some challenges.
They certainly has. But I'm not the only one, so I know that.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about your story?
Sure. I'll just start to how we sort of got even on this show together and how we met. I lost my husband 5 years ago to suicide. No warning. Had no idea really at all, period. And, he shot himself in the head, and that was that. So it was really quite a shock. We have one son. I had to give him the news, which was less than a thrill. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And basically, since that day forward, I've just been like a gerbil on a treadmill, as many would imagine, trying to move forward and finding my way on how to survive, how to suddenly become, as many do, a single parent, a single woman. I thought I'd be married the rest of my life. A single person in business. My husband was my business partner, not to mention, my best friend and my anchor and my rock, as my brother would say if he was listening to this. So sort of became a ship out to sea with no anchor, no rock, no guidance, had to pull it all together on my own because I had a 19-year-old.
Overwhelming.
So, yeah, totally overwhelming. And you just sort of go into that fight or flight, or, maybe I'm certainly no doctor. I'm a real estate broker, but I sort of had to figure, okay, what do I do? And really, I've just taken one step in front of the other. I know that's a movie or something, one foot in front of the other, and come to the path that I'm on now. And, it's two choices. You can either go under, or you can try to get yourself out of what you feel is that dark hole. And I think I would like to say I'm lucky enough that I had a child that I felt I had to survive for, because if I didn't, he would have, gone down the drain. So that's what I did. I just went into survival mode to protect him and help him as best as I could, and really just, take care of us as a family. You become the single income provider, as well. So that's tough, especially when you're a woman. You feel like, oh my God, I got to be mom, take care of him, support myself, and all your other duties that we all have in life. It could be a man as well. I'm certainly not being sexist. It would be awful to lose your mother. That could be even more horrifying. But, you have to become the role model for your child, the man and the woman. And that's certainly not easy, depending on if you have a boy or a girl. But so what I've created, fast forward this 4 years later, I just was sitting around one evening and I thought, this is baloney. Like when he first passed away, I tried, what I would call like a support group, but I found it for me, everybody's different, just depressing. And I was feeling worse when I left instead of uplifted. And I thought there's got to be a better way, or maybe there's a need for something different, slightly different. So I decided to create a forum at a place where people would come and not feel intimidated, feel comfortable, could relax as much as possible, not knowing what to expect, bring in some guest speakers that have helped me, things I've tried that made me feel better, to share with them. Because, you're all searching. We're constantly, everybody, let's face it, we're all searching in life. And I know this is also about mental health, because, when someone passes away, and especially when they commit suicide, and it goes for the person that committed suicide or the person that died, whether they died of cancer or a traumatic death, and then the family surviving also their mental health and capacity. So all this is linked together. That's why I'm a model in the fashion show. I want you to all come out and support that. It's only $75 a ticket. I want that place packed. I want you to buy the dress that I'm wearing. It's going to be gorgeous, and it is going to be a reasonable price. So ladies, come to that. Men are welcome as well.
Well, thank you so much.
And please bring your checkbooks and support that. That is not a lot of money. We can afford that in Indian River County. Let's help some people. There are so many people that need help, and that's why I'm doing this. And honestly, I wish I had more time. I love being a real estate broker, but I love helping people, and I love seeing their faces when they leave my event, because they're happy, they're laughing, they're making friends, they're bonding. Some of these people are alone. You tend to feel in isolation when a death happens. And again, it doesn't matter if it's a suicide, any form of death, you feel a sense of isolation. And people, aren't trained to know how to react to you. And I'm just learning so much every day. And the first thing is, don't be hard on yourself. Really, don't be hard on yourself at all, whatever the circumstances. If you were a caregiver or a wife or me, and like people say to me, well, do you blame yourself? No, I don't. I was a good wife. I had no idea. That was his choice.
Did it take some work to get there?
Well, I never sat around and thought, do I blame myself? But you wonder about everything. And that's where I need to get help, because I'm upset and I'm going to, cry and so on, and not be able to breathe, or your hair's going to fall out, your eye's going to twitch. These are all natural, internal, stressful reactions, and then people worry too that I drink too much wine, or I do this, or now I go out. But we always have all heard when a death occurs, you want to feel alive. So what do? You try to also like soothe yourself. So maybe you weren't a drinker and now you have some wine. Okay, don't kill yourself about it. Let's not get crazy. Or you go out and you do things you typically didn't do before because maybe when that person was alive, you didn't do those things. That's okay. You have to be easier on yourself and then find a happy medium. But I went and sought after things that I thought could help me. Like I never had a psychiatrist. I've tried that. She was very good. I tried Angela King, who I still love and go to.
Tell us quickly about the NET.
I'll tell you quickly about what's called neurological treatment. It's called NET. So if someone wants to Google it, you'll learn more. Because remember, I'm not a doctor.
Is it neurological, emotional?
Yes.
Okay,
probably.
Neurological, emotional treatment.
Right,
Okay.
because it's NET, right, like Nancy, Eddie, Tom. And basically what it is for blockages, and I'll give you one simple example if we have enough time. When you lose someone in your life, doesn't matter how, it creates a void, a hole, literally, and you can believe it or not believe it. There's people that don't want to believe, but that's fine. That's your idea. In your heart. And you wonder, why do I not feel good? Why do I not feel good? So you go to Angela, and this is just my own personal example, and I didn't even realize that. And she will ask you, are you okay? Here's a question. Say the words, I'm okay living alone. And you'll hold your arm up. And if your arm goes down, it means you're really not okay. You say that sentence, but your mind says you're not okay living alone. This is a very simple example. So she will pinpoint in your body what the trigger is to get you stronger to be able to believe and truly believe that you are okay living alone. And once she does that, I'll call it a mantra, like, because I do mental meditation, that's a whole nother thing. And once you say that and then you believe it, you become strong, and your arm, she will literally not go down. So now I have cleared, I'm saying this very simply.
So when you put your arm up,
blockage.
she's trying to push it down,
Correct.
and it goes down very easily.
If it goes down very easily, you don't believe in what you're saying.
Right, because you're not.
You still have that blockage, that like opening, that's just one example. And then once she finds the area in your body, and she knows certainly better than me, but to how to give you something to say, or when that occurred, or why you feel weak. It goes in time zones too. Like she'll say when you were 16 to 18, 18 to 20, 30 to 35, when did an event happen that's making you feel that way? And then once you get stronger, that can clear that. It's sort of like flushing a toilet. You can clear that blockage, and then you can get more peaceful. So that's sort of a chain of treatments that you can do with her, which is amazing. I mean, it really helps.
And actually, if you don't believe it, it doesn't really matter if it works, right?
Exactly.
Right.
You're right, exactly. Hey, we all have blockages.
Right.
We're just maybe not aware of them. We're walking around carrying that burden. We don't need to carry the burden. We don't need to. And if we share it with others too, that's going to help. And that's what my meetings and events are about.
And then they're wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much
thank
for
you, Lisa.
doing that.
Yeah.
And so just if people
Sure.
are interested in learning more about
Sure.
the event, how do they get?
I have it on my Facebook. So if you're not my Facebook friend me. Christine Hughes, just my regular name, Hughes. It will be April 9th, though, at 6 o'clock at Joey's Seafood, 6 to 7:30.
And it's free.
It's free. There's no charge. You don't have to buy any food. She just offers it to be kind if somebody wants something to eat. We all just get together. Very simple forum. It's private. Only people are there that are there for the event. And I'll have my guest speakers, and I'll be there. And love to meet you. Love to have you.
And again,
Lots
the
of
guest
love.
speakers are?
We're having Nick Coppola, who is a survivor of his son's traumatic death. He's also he's a doctor, but he's retired from that to become the CEO of the Mental Health Association of Indian River, which is great. He's putting his full heart, blood, sweat, and tears into that. And hopefully Angela King, and otherwise me. That's what you got to settle for.
And there's about 30 people there.
There's usually about 30 people to give people an idea. It's a very good group. It's a nice cozy group. Everybody's comfortable, and most people do speak. Feel free to share, and it really helps. So if you're suffering, don't suffer in silence. Come, and you don't have to talk. You can just sit and be silent as well if you want to be.
And if you know somebody that needs help,
please tell them.
Yeah, call 911 first. It's very important, that they get the help that they need. And if it's not imminent emergency, you can always call New Horizons at 772 468-5600. So we're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and there's always someone to talk.
And please come to our fashion show.
Yeah.
It's selling out.
So-
Call me for tickets, 772-532-8894.
Okay.
Buy my dress. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you,
we'll see you
Lisa.
next time.
Okay, thanks again.